Hey, how you doing? My name is Israel Marrero, and I'm a writer and producer of an upcoming feature called The Stroh Buyer. And every feature that you know has an origin story. So one day, a great friend of mine and an actor by the name of Craig Thomas Ravella asked me, how did I come up with the idea for The Stroh Buyer? And actually, Craig is going to play Daniel Margiancino in this project that's upcoming. So basically, every story starts with an origin, a genesis. So one day, me and my fellow co-writers, Tony Attardi and Frank John Marabetti, who's also acting in it and also a producer on The Stroh Buyer, we were talking one day, and Frank and Tony are both in the mortgage business. And me being a guy who's always followed trends, especially criminal trends, I hate to say it, but I found out that the mob got into the mortgage business too. I mean, they penetrated the stock market, so they got into the mortgage business, and some of the customers are rough. You got the some of the loose factions of the Italian mob still doing their thing, and then you have the Russians, the Albanians, guys from the Balkans coming in there and doing things, and then you got cartel people, you know, involved due to human trafficking and money laundering and things of that nature. So what happened was Tony and Frankie were talking one day about it, and then I got on a call with them, and then the next thing you know, we had a conversation, and Tony Attardi was telling me a story about a hitman who was killing people at this mortgage company. You know what I'm saying? So I was like, wow, imagine. And then Frankie, being Frankie, he said the same thing. He said, I got a ton of things that I could tell you, things that I've witnessed in the mortgage industry. And I'm like, well, you know what? Let's do it. Let's look at it as, picture The Big Short going to a bar, meeting Casino, and The Stroh Buyer. That was born. So then what happens is we started fleshing out a story, and one of the main characters is wanting to avenge the death of his father, and along the way it just formed. Characters were forming. This character is Gregory Aliata, who's going to be played by Frank John Marabetti, and then another character, a special agent Dennison, came into mind, and I had a good friend of mine named Morocco Omari in mind for him, and then the Daniel character, like I said, Craig, tailor made for him, and then we had the woman who was flipped by the Gregory character, because he's an FBI agent. Her name is Mallory, and that's going to be played by my friend Ella West, and then another interesting character named Dolores Mejia Jackson, and it's going to be played by my great friend Vivian Lamoli. So all these things come into mind. You start carving out the story. You start carving out, is it going to be a love story? Is it strictly revenge? Things of that nature. So in this particular piece, we got a love story going on. We got a lot of foreshadowing going on. We got a lot of criminal activity going on. Things are going to happen to people. I don't want to spoil it. But, we pounded out a really great story. Then we came up with the synopsis, the log line, the outline. The outline, most writers, as you can see, I'm still at the business. But a lot of us don't like to outline. We go off the cuff sometimes, but it doesn't work. You need that roadmap, and understand that your script, your screenplay is the blueprint to the project, to the film. So yeah, pretty much that is the basis. And I wanted to thank my co-writers, Frank and Tony. They came up with some great ideas. They gave me the space to do what I do. I gave them the space to do what it is they do. Mortgage jargon, that's them. The criminal stuff, that's me. And we have a great story, and we want to bring it to fruition, man. So we got plans. We're working on raising the funds for this thing, and I really look forward to this project. It's going to be an amazing project. We got a lot of great actors already that want to be involved. Like I said, Craig, Vivian, Ella, Morocco, a bunch of other actors that we know on a personal level that are like family to us. They say, man, let's go, man. That's a great story, man. It's got to be told. So I wanted to let you guys know that that was the origin, the genesis of Strobe Take care.